Rwby is a 3D American anime created by Monty and Roosterteeth. It had a lot of potential, cool ideas, cool character designs, and really good fight scenes because of Monty. But the show suffered from lack of direction, introducing a million characters, developing none of them, and then the school blew up. The show struggled to figure out what it wanted to do after Monty's passing, and it just became this giant train wreck of bad decisions. It's still continuing, but now we have Ice Queendom, which is a kind of reboot, sort of. Now a true blue Japanese cartoon. As of making this video, only the first 3 episodes have been released. So far, Ice Queendom abridges the story of Volume 1, as well as the black and white trailers. The animation is beautiful. They recreated a lot of the scenes from the show identically. Just like with Miraculous Ladybug, one of the more iconic things about Rwby is that it's 3D. But with every evidence we see, these characters look way better in 2D. Like, Weiss's dress has the slight fade to blue it's supposed to have from the concept art that the original Poser engine couldn't do. They do classic anime tricks like having still frames and the characters' mouths only move. It's cheating, but it's acceptable because it saves the money for really high-paced action scenes just like the original series. For the most part, the plot is just Volume 1, but with some additions, like this nice scene of Rwby talking to Summer's grave, actually introducing Winter and the rest of the Schnee family early on, and even including Ty early. Roman actually says the word semblance a lot earlier than the actual show. There's this great part before Rwby fights Roman, where we establish Ruby's love of weapons, Island Patch, the city of Vale, and how technologically advanced it is. They combine both scenes of Rwby meeting Blake and Weiss into one on the flight to Beacon, and they add a completely new Huntress character with Emperor Children color scheme, who's introduced to introduce a new Grim called a Nightmare, which makes you fight your inner demon, which is set up early with John so Weiss can have one too. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the plot of the rest of Ice Queendom that the rest of Team Rwby and Juniper have to go into Weiss's mind to fight the Nightmare. Some stuff I didn't like about Ice Queendom include they really went fast with adapting Volume 1. They could have used like an episode or 2 more because it feels very breakneck pace at some points. Some scenes that really suffer from this include Ruby's interrogation by Ozpin. We chop it down to the bare minimum, only showing the Silver Eye discussion. They really chop down the Black trailer, so we don't get to see Adam's semblance. Even the climax of Volume 1, where everyone fights Roman and Penny saves the day, is just off-screen. There also seems to be an effort to make the show a lot less silly. Especially in Volume 1, Rwby had a lot of silly jokes. Here, they either cut them out or tone them down. For some reason, they didn't adapt the iconic red trailer, nor the yellow trailer, so much like a lot of the time, Yang doesn't end up doing all that much. And here, because we don't have the yellow trailer, we don't have a setup of her looking for her mom. I guess because Ice Queendom is meant to focus more on Weiss, and I just really wanted more of a reboot of Rwby. They don't use any of the iconic Casey Lee Williams music, but the original stuff is pretty nice. But overall, Rwby Ice Queendom cleans up a lot of problems I had with Rwby, even if the pacing's way too fast. I ended up enjoying it still. I'll give it a 6.8 out of 10 so far. It was a pretty good start. Hopefully the rest of the season keeps it up.